old as the sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden dome. And as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kick it away first. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. From the gun, give on the inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance to... Everywhere, it's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The play fake on 1st down to throw. With the catch, it's Thorne. Bust through behind his pad. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking left. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. Proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes them tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Smashes ahead. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish.
And free safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
This time they'll go to the running game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockney and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
That's caught. It's Thorne. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Lowers those pads. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here come the Irish back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Dumps it off in the flats. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They score. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the 1st quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and a Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took it.
There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open route.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they got it up to the 47-yard line. It's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
It's dropped. And oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Dropping back, it's Kamara. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive moments.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Good timing on the quick out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done
underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They kick it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
3rd down, defense is thinking pass, so those defensive ends rushing up the field. That plays perfectly into the running back screen. Great play call at the right time.
On target. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Kamara. Here's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this quarter.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Keeps it and gets the first down. Turning it on. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense putting points on the board.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up 14 over Wisconsin. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Kamara. Firing to the right, complete. Looking for room at the 40. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. It'll be a draw. Finding open areas. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Looking to throw, it's Kamara. Lets it fly. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They boot it away. They need hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd and 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Kamara. Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Nice pick up on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
All out of space. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can...
And he throws another interception. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Looking for the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Irish back on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking to throw, it's Kamara. Release to the back. Finds his man. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Wants to fire on second down. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Punt is on its way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. Picks up the 1st down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. The maize and blue asserting itself as they stretch this lead against the Irish.
Go Blue knew coming into this one they had to score and score early. Right now, they are playing with so much energy.
Yeah, they got the offense rolling. They got the momentum going. Notre Dame's going to have to do something quickly to change that.
He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Dropping back, it's Kamara. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass.
Gonna take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The running back has it. Powers through the defender. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pulls it in. It's Thorne. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They don't play every year, but when they do, there is just something special about this rivalry, and it is the Wolverines who take down Notre Dame.